This is the best birthday present somebody could ask for.
A dead bear!
It's definitely better than the fucked up fake ID I got. I'll never forgive you, Jim.
What do you get when a bunch of artists find old books and get drunk on their fantasies for adventure and boxed wine?
The Killustrators. A Dungeons and Dragons adventure. So, I assume all of you are in this room at this point, or have
I guess,
gone
Brix
up to
gets
the room,
bored
or is he
after a
just
while.
exclusively talking to Oswalt at this point?
Oh, no.
Which is fine.
Art immediately, like, he was like, oh, fucking finally. Like, he's...
Let me bask in Duncan's light.
just let me bask in this being over.
No.
Brix eventually got bored taunting the bear and just walked over to see what else was going on.
Came in, like, partway through the conversation, and they're like, oh, good, nice of you to join us. So, because you used the panel route to defeat the bear, there are multiple ways of defeating the bear, by the way. I am awarding each of you 5 bonus gold.
Hooray!
Ooh. I'm proud of all of you, and I look forward to seeing what you can accomplish within the guild. Here, take these. He holds out his hand, and he has tokens, 4 tokens, 1 for each of you, to take.
Cool. I take the token.
Cool.
It's just it's a guild token?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are indication that you've completed the test and are to be given your guild licenses. Ooh. Just present these to the receptionist when you get back, and you'll be on your way.
Bright shiny.
So we got the job.
Yes. Yes, you did.
That's yes.
Almost expressly what I told you. I thought I was clear. I might have to rework that speech. I'm not sure.
I'll talk to the bear.
I'll consult the bear. Yes, great things await you. Wonderful, fun things. Saul raises his hands and does some, like, superfluous, wiggly hand motions. He's, like, got his hands held above his head. He's like... He's also making that sound.
Is he casting magic?
Not that you can tell right now. He's just punctuating his statement.
He's being Saul.
Yeah, he's Saulin all over the place.
Oswalt's just looking at him, lightly clapping and shaking his head with a big old smile. This is wonderful. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, just as a quick aside, since you are fucking all about it, you each got fucking 500 experience, which is halfway to level 2.
Neat.
Hooray!
Why with the water? The water! You just left it. We had to send somebody in after you to go turn that off.
I have
It
no
got
idea
like
who
halfway
did
up the.
It left a ring.
We have to get like a team in there to clean that now. It's never gotten up that high before. Why would you do this?
Art says, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I apologize.
It's
We
fine.
must have-
It's fine.
I mean, we must have done something.
I mean, I suppose at some point it was bound to happen. I'm surprised we didn't have a failsafe for that. I don't know.
Yeah, where are your drains
Yeah,
at?
you could install like some drains in the wall, but I guess that'd be obvious when people were taking the test.
Yeah.
Cover the drains in paper mache.
We could just have it so as soon as the door is unlocked, the trap doesn't activate anymore. I feel like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll workshop this with the bear.
We'll figure this out. Everything's good.
Oswald's got a confused look on his face, and he keeps looking over at Art, gently shaking his head.
Oh, because you wouldn't have been there.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, God.
I'm really confused looking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Art was the only one in the room when that happened.
Yeah. You're the last one to leave.
Yeah.
After all that, Saul does some more controlled hand motions, and behind you, between these two pillars, a half ring of the runes float together and create like a doorway.
Oh.
And the doorway fills with like blue glowy light. He says, "Go on, get in there! Go!
I run
You
in
better
there.
go!"
I run in there, all excitedly.
You're gone.
Okay.
You're dead. You evaporated. Ha! Fucking gotcha! Take that!
I failed the final test! I never trust an old man!
He's got nothing left to lose.
You know, if I had to die...
Duncan's like, you have to stop doing that.
You have to stop killing the recruit. I've got nothing left to live for!
Why are you not in jail?
I was gonna kill myself tonight.
Fuck you, Duncan!
And then he runs through his life.
Reese's Pieces.
This is all I've got. Drugs and killing recruits.
Drugs and murder and rock and roll.
Anyway.
No. None of that happened, but I wish it did.
Go through the portal.
I go through the portal.
Yeah.
Where, let's get out of here.
May I get
episodes.
a will save from people's?
What?
We're being fucked with.
Yeah, you are being... So I was gonna fuck you
I got
one
a
last
7.
time.
Oh, that's nice. I got a 15.
I got a 7.
I got an 18.
Who got a 7?
Me. I also got a 7.
Okay. So let's go through the two who passed first. Alright, so as you're, like, after you step through the portal, lights are swirling around you, and they're all, like, different colors and all that, and it's all very beautiful, but at one point they seem to slow down, allowing you to see the quote-unquote space around you in better clarity. The blackness between the now still lights looks to be ever stretching outward while simultaneously closing in on you. And just as you begin to feel a little bit overwhelmed, the lights swirl again for just a moment before you find yourself stepping out through the other end of the portal.
Sweet.
And for you guys, the lights are swirling all around you. The warm sensation that you felt as you stepped through the portal now feels ice cold. You feel as though there are voices calling out to you from all sides, but cannot decipher what they're saying, nor can you actually confirm whether or not you hear anything at all. For a brief moment amidst the swirling lights, you see what appears to be a large winged creature. This image flickers, and as it does so, its pose changes, and it looks to be reaching out to you before you find all these sensations gone, and you're now stepping through the portal and into the guild hall. You're now standing on the main stage where you saw Duncan give his introductory speech. Behind you, there is a section of the wall that has a door-shaped outline. The outline is comprised of stone runes which appear to be inactive. Presumably, when activated, served as the portal you just stepped. The high arched ceilings are made of expertly chiseled stone and illuminated by chandeliers not unlike the ones you've seen in the test dungeon. The floors are lined with beautiful wood panels stained to a lightly crimson tint and polished to like a near mirror sheen.
Damn, son.
Where the walls meet the floor, they are detailed with a pattern that resembles braided steel. This trim follows up the edges of all the door frames as well. In the large main room you now find yourself in, there are bulletin boards posted up along the walls. These are dotted in bits of paper. There are several people standing around in front of these, reading through them, and every now and again taking one and walking away. There's a catwalk of sorts up along the sides of the walls, which
Catwalk?
Fuck! But yes, which lines the higher portion of the room. There are two main doors on the east and west sides of the catwalk, fuck, with other, like, smaller, less important looking doors in between it. You see what you can only imagine to be guild members and employees moving furniture into place, things like long tables and chairs. You can probably assume they were moved out of the room to make space for the applicants during the whole, like, recruiting speech. Near the main door to the south, there is a registration desk where you'd signed your papers and such. Behind this desk, there is a heavy steel door with locks and whatnot. Across from that desk, and slightly north, is a pair of double doors. These doors are currently propped open, and people are coming in and out of it with the furniture and what have you. On the side near the reception desk, there is larger, more open space leading outside into the guild grounds. Just from a glance, you can see a significant number of people just mulling about and, like, wandering around and talking. And across from the opening to the guild grounds, there is another set of double doors with a sign labeled The Frosted Glass Tavern and Inn. And so now you guys are just kind of standing here for a second while you get your bearings.
So friends, we did it. I have a job. We have a job. I have a job. This is so much better than the swamp.
Oh,
This
my
is-
heart.
Markedly better than a swamp, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brix points at a bulletin board and just says, "I want a paper."
Yeah. Yes. Walk over.
Before you get to go up to any of them, you are approached by a Jeph woman. Jeph have long necks, long pointy ears, and like animal-like
Haunches.
legs.
Haunches.
Yeah. She says, "Hi, I'm Kareen. I'm a guild member and part-time receptionist of this branch. Just got done with the test dungeon, eh? How'd you do?"
I want a paper.
Just hold on.
Well,
We'll get to that, I promise.
I personally feel like we did exceptionally well. We beat up some robots.
I want a paper.
We dropped a bear in a hole, and apparently
Ooh, you did the dropping thing. That's
yes, and we flooded a room. Apparently, I'm not sure when that happened, but
You know, I always did wonder when that was going to happen because, like, I'd never heard about it happening before. But it's just this room that fills with water.
Well-
If somebody activated it before they left, it would fill with water, right? Like,
I want a paper.
Well,
Just imagine Brix like hopping up and down like around you guys while you're trying to talk.
oh, that's really cute.
we were so good. We figured out how to flood the room without even trying. Apparently, because
Yeah.
I did not know we did that.
Me neither.
That's really maybe something's weird with the. Well, we're gonna have to take a look at that, I guess. I don't know. So if you guys did okay, you got tokens from them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
Awesome.
got those.
If you'll follow me to the reception desk, and I'll just take your tokens, and then we can get you set up with guild licenses.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Yeah. Kareen leads you back to the reception desk. She takes your tokens, and then she disappears into the back room for a second. Then she comes back out, and she's got blank guild licenses for you. They're just like little sheets of like they're like a card stock kind of thing. Blank spaces for all your info. Exactly like the ones that you guys actually have. Wow! That's crazy. And she continues on to say, as new guild members, you'll have to choose a specialization. Your specialization will dictate what sort of perks you get and what kind of jobs will award you guild level points. The higher your guild level, the better perks you get. Pretty sweet, right? The specializations are Bounty Hunter. Pretty straightforward. You get hired to act as muscle. More often than not, you'll be called on to get rid of pests, shall we say? Treasure Hunter. This one's pretty fun. I'm a treasure hunter myself. As you might be able to guess, you'll mostly be focused on finding and appraising relics and treasures and the like. Explorer. This one's for the type who really can't sit still, you know what I mean? Your biggest tasks would be things like making maps and being hired as a navigator. Now, while these pretty much cover all the bases, there's also freelancers. They sort of do a bit of everything, but aren't awarded as much for any type of job. Typically, new members tend to choose this one while they figure out which specialization they want to go into. But I mean, it's not unheard of that veteran members remain freelancers, so do whatever you feel. And, hey, keep in mind, taking the jobs posted up on the boards isn't the only way to get guild level points. We are the Adventurers Guild, after all. You can get points for drawing up maps, finding new treasures, studying new creatures, anything. Just do your thing.
I'm gonna go freelancer.
I think I'll just take the Explorer one anyway. It just makes sense for my character.
Like to be explored.
The perks kind of don't work in his favor all that great, but it just makes more sense than him being like this hunt people down type person.
Yeah. I mean, because
But
when
he could also be like a tracker. Like,
Yeah.
you go for that angle.
That's
Ooh,
what,
I
that's
like
what
that.
I was. That's
Just
what I was
like the
thinking.
majority of bounty hunter jobs are to like
But that's more of a ranger.
are to deal with
That's true.
pests, and you can deal with them however you see fit. You don't have to kill them.
yeah.
Like you can capture them.
Yeah, okay.
And,
Or
and
just,
like,
like, lead them
capturing
away,
and saving
or-
animals could be like a big part of why he wants to be bounty hunter.
Yeah,
Like recognizing that a lot of the pests are like naturally occurring.
yeah, they're like animals
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that then. Okay.
Yeah, we can play it that way, and that'll make a lot of sense.
Treasure Hunter and Explorer have like stuff that would like be beneficial to Brix, but I feel like storytelling wise, she would make a better treasure hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like just
I feel like
because of her like personality and all that, she's more inclined just to go after shiny things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's basically a raven with fluffy fur.
And for me personally,
I feel like freelancer actually does work pretty good for Oswalt because he'll just do whatever, right?
Well, yes,
and all of his shit is charisma based in
a lot of it,
right? So.
Yeah, but I was also looking at treasure hunter because he is particularly interested in amassing money to open a shop.
Yep.
So I'm thinking treasure hunter.
Do we get dorms?
Well, I mean, no, just because of the nature of the guild, you're like kind of expected to be moving around. But if there are guild halls with an attached tavern/inn, you can stay there. They have rooms set aside specifically for guild members. So kind of.
I'm gonna find a grove at some point, or unless I have one. We haven't established this. Am I aware of any druid groves near this place? Like
near this place? No, you're not
the
aware of any place. Like in the immediate area.
I didn't plan that out before coming to this town.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean, there are like new wave druids in the city.
Those hipster druids.
Yeah, they're just
druids.
like essentially to equate them to something in real life. They're like really hardcore vegan activists.
Oh boy.
But they're not like dicks about it.
Okay, that's fine.
But they are like real passionate about it. So presumably they have a grove somewhere.
I'll find somewhere to store.
Where they're growing their weed.
I need to recover my spell. I used all my spells in that dungeon.
Alright, so you guys get your licenses and you fill them all out and everything's great, and Kareen says, and finally you can sign up to be in a squad. Squads have their own levels and perks and stuff separate from the individual guild licenses, plus it's just a good idea to be in a team, because teamwork makes the dream work.
I don't get it.
My character is standing next to Oswalt, and he has his sheet and he puts it in front of him and points at name and just points and tilts his head. And he just like gets you to help him fill out the whole thing.
Okay.
So your name
like,
says
doesn't-
Bush.
He like doesn't know what to do for any of it.
I fill it out for him.
I also want to point out the entire time that's happening, Brix is listening in and is filling in her sheet with her weird, like, fucked up cat language.
Kareen probably like sees all this happening, like you filling it out with nonsense symbols, and like him getting you to help him fill it out is like, you're good, right? Turns to Art.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You're not a complete idiot, are you?
Art is at least literate, so...
If I may interrupt, Art is great. And then I go back to filling out the thing.
Thank you? That's
Art's
very
also,
good.
thank you.
Like simultaneously.
Yeah, and he's like to Kareen, he's like, I don't really know this.
Who am I to judge, really? I can't say anything. I just met these guys too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything's fine. It's good.
fine.
It's good.
It's
I'm
good.
sure they'll be good. They just need to warm up a little bit. It's fine.
You just need to learn to fucking read.
That's good. But just so you know, by the way, you don't have to sign up for a squad right now. You can do it any time.
Oh.
As long as you're a guild member, you can sign up for a squad, and as long, you basically just have to get everybody's signature, and everything's good.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we've already got the dream team here right now, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you do.
Like, Art is too...
You all seem like great people.
Art is
You're
too
great.
polite
Thank
to, like, say anything at any point. Like...
Oh.
I feel like he'll end up as part of the team just because he's, like, not quite sure how to say no to people.
That's so sad.
They'll grow on him.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But he also doesn't know anyone else, so it's not like he's gonna have another squad. Like...
Oh, yeah, well, fair enough.
I do like the idea that Art's acting like he's too good for this, but he's absolutely not too good.
No, he's absolutely not too good for this. Like, if anything, he also knows that anyone he would try to join would be like, wait, so you're a paladin, and, like, no one's questioned the fact that he cannot cast a single spell.
Yeah.
So he's here being like, this might be a good spot
Uh-huh.
to be.
Good idea.
Yeah, this might be a good place to be. I got my sword. I got
Everything's good.
these guys.
I also helped Brix fill her out with English.
Did you actually fill it out with your...
Yes.
Let me see, I have to see! Oh, that's really exciting.
Like, it's underneath the English.
Wow!
But, like,
What?
Brix has her own language
Yeah.
because she's technically illiterate, but she made like essentially like hobo symbols.
Yeah. So for the listeners, Rosemary developed a little bit of an alphabet that Brix uses based
it's
off.
more like a pictogram
Like
set.
word.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
hieroglyphs.
Yeah, hieroglyphs, pictograms, like symbols,
Mhm.
you know, somewhere in there.
I really like it.
and
Thanks.
it's correct me if I'm wrong, but it's based off of a bunch of kind of
Hobo language.
yeah, like a bunch of homeless folks used in like the 30s.
Yeah.
To like mark where you could find food and where bad people were.
Yeah.
And like it's
And
pretty
like safe places to sleep and things like
yeah,
that.
so it's all based off of that because you can speak common, but you can't write or read common.
Yeah, so Brix has sort of developed like a set of symbols that she uses as like shorthand when she's writing for herself.
Yeah.
But when she tries to show it to other people, they're just like,
What in the fuck?
and the thing is too, like, symbols can mean multiple things. It's the context in which they're being used too.
Ah, marvelous.
Cool.
So that's
And the only person that has a syllabus is Jeph, and no one else has it.
Now Corinne is like, oh, I feel like I forgot something. What else? Oh! And then she, kind of gestures for you to follow her, and she leads you over to the bulletin boards where there are the jobs posted.
Oh,
Yes, finally, you can get a paper. So, these are the open jobs. People will come in with a task they need doing, and unless they want to contact a specific squad or member, they'll just have them go through the reception. And we'll post them up here. Now, they pay us ahead of time, and we pay you upon completing the job, but sometimes they'll tip you and whatever. But regardless, when you take these jobs, you'll need to keep the form posted on the board with you, and get the client to sign it for you before you come back to us to get your payment. If you get popular enough, though, people will reach out to you specifically, and they'll pay you directly.
Just like commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah!
oh.
Aw,
There's
sorry,
extra
guys.
guild facilities outside, like some training areas, a magic study hall, and member-run shops. And, I think that about covers it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask anytime. I'll be over at reception all day today. You can ask whoever is working at any time, though.
Cool. Well, thank you
So-
very much.
So-
No problem.
So what do we do now?
Are you asking Kareen?
Yeah.
You can do whatever you can
We-
pick a job.
We can go grab a job, I guess.
Ooh.
paper, paper, paper!
In direct response to this, my character just starts going like, "Whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop," like over the desk, and then like coughs up like a rat skeleton,
Ugh.
and just like shakes it off and walks
Okay,
away.
well,
Nice.
that's really gross.
Are you gonna eat that?
But
It's just on the desk
Do
now.
you-
I think he already did.
you do you, I guess.
I clean it up for her.
I like that
He
the
brings
cat.
it
I like,
back to life and sends it into the garbage.
I like that the cat is just like nice. Like the cat's just like.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Everyone's just puking.
What?
Hairball.
You just do it on command
Yeah.
whenever you feel like it.
I mean,
She's like, oh, this is...
Even I'm confused with this. I don't know.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
So right now, I mean, honestly, there have been weirder guys in here. Can you just imagine that?
I don't think I want
It's
to.
I can't. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're great. They've done good. It's just like socially, it's just like a mess.
There's a lot.
I
There's a lot
and,
going on.
We are gonna have to clean that up. So thanks for that.
I'm gone.
By the way,
I've
Yeah,
I've
he's-
migrated to the outdoors area.
Migrated.
all right. so you're just kind of mulling about. There's
Is it like a campus, like outdoorsy type?
Yes,
place?
exactly. That's exactly what it's like. So immediately outside of the guild hall, there's just like a ton of people, and like immediately in front of you and to your right, there's a bunch of stalls, I guess you would call them, that people have set up. Rugs and things with like different wares that they've collected over their adventures. And those are all like crowded around, like people are fucking like, I need the things. And like a little bit further ahead of you, there's multiple buildings. They're not as big as the main guild hall.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a huge open building.
Right.
But these buildings are like, there's a couple ones that look kind of similar to the main guild hall. And, but there's 2 ones that are essentially just like coliseums.
Okay, my character scans the area and looks for any trees. Are there trees in this area?
There's
yeah,
trees.
it's like okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a big open campus.
I
And
look for the
it's like
nicest
grassy.
one.
The nicest one?
Yeah.
All right. So in your
Roll
search,
for tree.
roll for tree. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just
I
gonna
was just kidding, but
I'm gonna do a
He's
spot
doing
check.
You really don't have to.
I got a 19
I mean,
for
sure.
for nicest tree.
So the nicest tree you find is to the south near the wall over here.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I
Yeah.
like-
so there's that.
Are there like guild people like sitting under it and stuff?
I mean, there's like 1 or 2.
Okay, 1 or 2.
And they're not doing anything. Like one of them's reading a book. The other one's just kind of relaxing.
I'm like
he's like dozing
shuffling
off.
up to this fucking tree.
Okay.
And I get up to it and I like
The dude reading the book kind of like looks up and then just like shuffles over to the right a little bit,
stare at him.
and then he just continues
I
reading.
reach
He's
out
like,
with
"I
a
don't
clawed hand
fucking-"
towards the tree and I leave a little mark on the tree. And then I
Okay.
do a little prayer and then I
Aw.
climb up into the tree.
Aw.
Sweet,
And I just stay there.
cool.
All right, Knack's in a tree. The rest of us are still in the hall. I
You
guess
guys
we
are
probably
still,
bulletin board.
yeah. You guys are still huddled. He threw up a rat skeleton and then fucked off to a
probably
tree.
It's okay. And then so back to us. We've watched him leave.
Yes.
Yeah, and
He's neat. I like him. So you guys want to do a job?
I want a paper.
So on this job board currently there are 9 different jobs.
Brix can't read or reach any of these.
okay. Art points to the Find My Father's Watch because it has the highest return per player. And I think both of us are a little bit in it for the money right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we going after shinies?
Yes, yeah. 20 per person.
Ooh.
20
Yeah,
shiny.
but first we have to find 1 shiny to give to a person, but they'll give us more shinies when we get it to them.
I like your shiny math.
Okay, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
Talk
So
about it.
you guys
Yeah.
obviously took the form with you.
We took the form.
Yeah.
We took the form
And
we
handed
left
it to Brix so she would shut up.
to try and find... yeah, keep this safe.
She tucks it in her little pocket.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys read this part on the sheet on the table, but the location that you guys have to meet the client at is a shop called The Frame Game, and it's a frame shop in the residential district, middle level, south side of the river, east end near the subway station. I can point you to it on the map. So your first quest
Find
this
Knack.
quest is to find Knack.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. My first quest is done. I got a paper.
And then she shows it to everybody.
All right, so you guys are good. I'm just gonna
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
No
for your help.
problem at all. I am here all day. If you need anything, do not hesitate to ask.
Will not hesitate
She
at all.
spins around really quickly and skips off back to the reception desk
Bye.
in a very jolly way.
So,
Despite you guys being fucking weirdos, she is not.
She is a
She is
consummate
unaffected.
professional.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know the second, though, she walks back to that, like, receptionist desk, she's like, did you
She, like,
fucking
yeah, one of her
see?"
coworkers. She's
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
God,
God, yeah.
these fucking idiots! I can't even. They threw up a. I can't. Wow! Why do we hire these people?
Why are we giving these
Idiots.
people tokens?
This is unreal.
should
We
be
gotta talk to Duncan about this.
There should be a social aspect to the whole training process, the whole acceptance.
Absolutely.
Like, just you carry on a normal conversation for like 5 minutes. That's all you have to do. And then punch the bear in the nose. It's fine.
I feel like that's not that much to ask. Right? That's not that much to ask.
And her coworker's just like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Girl.
If they can't diplomacy the bear, I don't think they should be in the guild. That's all I'm saying.
The part of the guild that you're going to be talking to a lot of people.
You're gonna
You
be
should be
talking
able to talk to those people.
You're gonna be talking to a lot of bears.
You got to be talking to a lot of bears and people. Sometimes they're bear people.
Okay.
So friends, we've conquered the test dungeon. We now are employed individuals and have just formed a squad that will be known as Legends.
All right.
We also have
Is that your squad name? Legends.
Oh no.
Oh.
Before we venture forth to find this watch for this man, do you want to get a drink?
I could really go for a drink.
Do cats drink?
Water?
Sweet. Second question. What are we going to do about our elusive bush friend?
I mean, I don't see him anywhere.
We could always track him.
Are you just headed straight to the fucking tavern? Because it's like right next to you. The doors are like pretty much directly beside you. Just walking.
Yeah.
Let's go find our elusive bush friends, and Art is just like
Bye.
It's like,
through
I
the
need
door.
a fucking drink.
Blocky.
It has
Give
been
me
a
your largest thing of ale.
It has been a long day.
Sure, you guys really did have quite a day.
Yeah. So I just feel like we should.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's like afternoon at this point.
Feel like we should bond as a team. Actually, have a conversation. You know, we're all best friends now.
Are we?
So I just feel like.
Oh, my heart.
I mean, Art, we've known each other for less than a day, and I would take an arrow for you.
Art is touched by that. He's
Not to move too fast, but I just feel like when you murder robots together, something changes.
A robot almost killed me.
Yeah, and I put my hand on Brix. Yeah.
all the way down.
All the way down, so I'm like leaning down. We almost lost Brix.
Like you like crouch down. You're like,
So,
take a knee. Yeah.
you almost got killed by a construct.
Okay. Get your memes out of my D&D session, please.
Anyway, Art's gonna bust down the door and fucking tankard of ale. Let's go.
Yeah, so we all go into the bar, I guess, except for Knack, who's chilling in a tree.
Yeah.
All right. So the bar is pretty like empty considering it's like afternoon. Right
Nobody
now.
wants to get day drunk?
Well, I mean, there's a couple people.
Nice.
There's some people, and they're not like 2 or 3 of them seem like the really awful alcoholic type.
Oh no.
Not like they're going home and beating people,
Yeah.
but
okay.
like they're like
they got problems.
they should probably not drink as much as they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are like, there's like small groups of people that are just there. Some are other recruits that got accepted.
Nice.
That kind of thing. The dude behind the counter is like he's a jolly looking dude. His cheeks and his nose are kind of reddish.
Is this Santa Claus?
Yeah, a little bit. He's like he's got like that the baldness on the very top, but still like got the ring of hair around.
Yeah, the monk look.
Yeah, he's like visibly middle-aged, a little bit on the like portlier side.
So it is Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Nice.
because he's giving you the gift of alcohol.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
best gift of all.
Oh my god.
Fuck that friendship stuff.
So that's what you see. The interior is like pretty standard, like wooden-looking tavern.
How dank is it? Like as a tavern? Because you know they're
Do
pretty
you mean like
dark
moisture?
and dark and kind of musty.
I mean, it's
Are we
definitely not as well lit as the main guild hall, but
Is it a dive or a tavern?
it's a pretty decent pub.
Okay.
kind of thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So the dankness is at a minimum.
Yeah.
All right.
The dankness
And I
is
mean like the
definitely
real
minimal.
word, the real use
Yes,
of the
no,
word
I know
dank
what you
and not
mean.
like the meanie version.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it's definitely not like, it's not, it's not gross. The floors aren't sticky.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Like, none of that.
So you
And
got a lot of
the air
hands-on.
doesn't feel like it's sticking to you as you walk in.
That's good.
It's
It
pretty
doesn't
clean.
smell like stale beer and piss, you know?
No, certainly not.
Okay.
It doesn't really even smell like anything.
Oh, nice.
But I mean, purely because of foot traffic, the floors aren't as shiny as in the main guild hall.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Because, as you might imagine, people vastly prefer to be in the tavern versus the main guild hall.
Who would have thought?
I know, crazy, right? So, as you walk in, like, the counter's, like, just a little bit in front of you, like, it opens up and the main bar is, like, pretty much, like, directly in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the man who I described before is like, hello, welcome to the Frosted Glass.
Art.
Yes.
What does one order in a pub? I've never been.
2 ales, please.
Coming
He
right
turns to the
up.
barkeep.
But,
And glass of milk.
Also coming right up.
yay!
I don't know why I was caught. It's honestly not that weird of an order, strangely enough.
Well, I mean,
They're not getting mixed together.
It's true, yeah. I'll be right back. So he, like, goes around the corner of the bar. And...
Booth, booth, booth.
Do you want to find a place to sit? Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, there is in fact an empty booth
I
to
was
the
gonna
right
say, are
of
you
the
just
bar.
sitting in the booth shouting, booth, booth, booth?
Yeah, basically.
Aw.
I have it. I
All
got
right,
it.
so-
I found it. I did it.
Before
did
you start
do I get more
screaming
points?
booth-
Experience points? To put on my
Before you
card?
start yelling booth, you do find the booth and you sit down at the booth.
I'm on the table. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, you're on the table,
Yelling
jumping up
booth,
and down.
booth, booth.
Yeah, at your friends who are just like they're not even like 10 feet away from you.
Or just like, he like hand up like kind of a wave of acknowledgement that he's like, almost like a, I hear you, please stop.
Buddy comes back around, plunks the ales on the counter. He's like, 1 second. Like leans down underneath the bar, grabs a glass and a thing of milk. There's like huge steel mugs with ale, and then a tiny little glass filled with milk.
Okay, and just as like an aside, like, can I also grab just an empty bowl?
Sure.
Okay.
He like shuffles a little bit over to the right and reaches down.
Dumps out some peanuts.
Like,
Yeah,
just,
gives
like,
it
wipes
a,
with
like,
his,
yeah, and then,
He
sleeve.
like rolls his
you know?
sleeve down and like gives it one of those, like just scrubs the inside of it a little bit,
Cool.
and then he slides it on down to you
Cool.
in classic bartender fashion.
Classic bartender fashion. Art gestures to the burr. For
I pick one up.
yeah, and then we go over.
Yeah.
And I'll bring the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
And I promptly, as we sit down, just pour the milk into the bowl versus the glass.
Oh, thank God, because I was gonna say, like, Brix just, like, jams her face and then gets the, like, milk ring.
Oh,
That's all I was thinking of, was like the stupid cat inside of a glass. Like,
that's
can't quite-
really wonderful.
I do like that Art thought about that and was like...
Art is so wonderful.
He's a nice boy. He just wasn't planning on getting into this mess.
Billy, come on. What are you doing, Billy? Come on, you silly little bastard.
I'm just playing with my
Oh, shut your mouth. Don't you know by now that if you go to LibrisArcana.com, you can choose from a huge selection of dice, or even sign up for a subscription and get a set sent to you every month?
I mean, yeah.
And did you forget that you can choose from a whole lot of other goodies as well? Like leather covers for your books so they're all fancy and nice and protected?
Well,
Billy, don't forget that you can use the code GUILD to get 5% off the first month of your subscription.
I mean, yeah. I
And
knew-
these sweet deals are only available
at LibrisArcana.com.
Yeah, well...
That's LibrisArcana.com. Don't forget, Billy.
I won't.
Don't forget.
So we're having a beer, getting to
And a
know
milk.
each other, and a milk.
All right.
Classic beer
Yeah.
milk.
Meanwhile, Knack's hanging out in the tree.
Is Knack gonna
Real quick,
maybe come?
Knack has like a nap. He has a knack nap.
a squirrel runs up beside you and is like very curious and like kind of scratching at your like bush outfit.
What I've been doing this whole
He's
time
looking for your nuts.
is I've been constructing a small man out of plant matter that I find in the tree. I turn around to face the squirrel, and I dance the little figure up to the squirrel.
Books it out of there.
I watch it run away sadly.
It like runs down the tree in between the two people who are sitting there and like away towards the main guild building.
I'd like look down at my little man and turn him to look at me, and he's like twigs and plants and like compost, and like worms sticking out of it.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
I don't like this little man.
And I put it in my cloak.
You
to
put
save
away
it-
your dirty man doll?
to save for later.
This is fucked, dude.
Yeah, put that in your inventory.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Oh,
Nasty
gross,
doll.
Gross little man.
Can I get a craft creepy doll?
Oh yeah, what's your craft
I
I
doll?
didn't say it was good.
I don't
Yeah.
need, this
No,
is
I'm
actually
just kidding.
this is actually for something later. I don't need to cast.
Yeah.
I don't need to use a craft check.
Well,
on this.
good. I was joking. I kind of figured that you would be able to figure it out. Oh God!
I'm like
Roll to
sitting-
craft nasty.
sitting in the tree, getting good and bored.
You're not
then
even
I-
sleeping?
Well, I would if I want to recover all my spells, I would need a full night's rest.
Ah,
Fair enough.
makes sense, makes sense.
I've marked this tree as mine, so
Oh.
I decided to climb down.
What does the little symbol look like?
It's my name in my language.
Ah.
So it looks like the fucking symbols that like predator symbols.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's cool. So you guys just sit down. You have your drinks and whatever. The milk is poured into the bowl, and then Badger and Bushman walk in.
All right, I wave. Hey!
I like
Knack!
recoil a little bit and look
But,
around.
hey! And
I like scoop up my badger into my coat.
I like wave him. I'm waving him over.
Yeah.
Knack!
I like
Our good friend Knack.
I hesitantly crawl over to them.
Cool.
Fantastic. Fantastic. The
Gang's
whole
all
crew,
here?
The gang is assembled,
The Avengers?
just like that movie everybody likes.
Yeah.
I sniff everyone's drinks.
I hold my ale out to Knack as well. I don't know what it tastes like either. I haven't.
Oh my God! It was Oswalt could get super tagged.
My
I'm looking
big
forward.
claws
I'm
like
looking
reach
forward
out
to
and
this.
grasp the mug and just like yeah, just like the like this butterfly tongue dips into it like a straw and it just starts going down.
Well, I mean, we are friends now, so.
And then I'm like, ooh, and I just finished the whole thing.
I wait for another
Yeah.
drink.
Another, please.
The bartender saw that happen. Is like, you know,
Happens all the time.
goes around the corner.
This
For a
is
sec.
this is the freakiest bar.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of weirdos in here, just because you know.
Guild.
We
Yeah.
don't even stand out
So
that much.
so this dude, his name is Greg, by the way.
There's just a
Greg is
variety.
just like,
Greg Claus.
yeah, Greg Claus, but like CLAWS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a werewolf.
Shh, spoilers.
Damn it!
That's
he
a good idea.
Yeah, spoilers. It's
he
not nighttime yet.
Is he the big bad? Is he the one we're gonna have to fight in the end?
No.
Not Greg. My
love
Greg. Everyone
He's already my favorite character.
Booze!
I mean,
All right, no, but then Greg comes back around the corner, comes out from behind the bar, plops the ale down,
Ooh.
and he's like, and then he turns to Knack. He's like, "Do you want anything?" And he's picking up the empty.
The character nods. and you hear like a sound of like maracas coming from his
Greg
fucking
just kind of like
suit.
points at the empty.
Art, yeah, just get him one.
All right, so
Thank you.
all right,
The entire
I'll be
time.
right back.
As he
entire-
as he hands the mug to him, my character's like reaching out towards it with baby hands.
Brix the entire time is just like on the
The
tabletop,
table, yeah.
like doing like little tiny licks at the milk, and then every so often stopping and like grooming, and then licks at the milk, and then grooms, constantly grooming.
Adorable. So. Hi.
Hey.
Tell me a bit about yourself. New crewmate.
I'm just writing down your guys' tab.
Oh shit, we got a tab?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. You'll have to pay like next to nothing because it's a
guild,
guild bar, but
Yeah.
you still do have to pay for it.
Fair.
Obviously.
Yeah. Just so you know.
I'm already stressed out.
Don't be stressed out. Anyway, what were you saying?
No, I just asked Art.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me a bit about yourself. We just met. We fought some robots. We dropped a bear in a hole.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've done more in your life than that.
A bit. There's not much to tell. I grew up in a paladin order. I mean, here I am. Went off on my mission, and I don't know. Me and God, we haven't talked in a while. I'm not too. I don't know. I decided to learn or to join the guild to kind of figure out if this is the path for me. You know, someone set this out for me when I was a kid, and I just don't know. He takes like a big sip.
Huge swig.
A huge drink.
Just knocks it back.
Like half the tankard.
I would say he has pretty recently probably picked up drinking as a habit.
Oh.
Not necessarily. Not like
bad, but
a
like
problematic
has started
way.
drinking.
But yeah, like
Okay.
he didn't drink as a man of God for a very long time.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, not in a bad way. He's hip. He's cool.
He's
drinks
cool.
socially.
He's hip with it.
So, I do have a few questions. Two big ones.
All right.
What's God and what's a paladin?
I also want to know what God is.
I was hoping you would just leave out is and just say
What God?
I also
What
want
God?
to know what God.
Art kind of like shakes his head and he's like, I don't even know if I know the answer anymore.
Oh.
Brix takes out a little pad of paper and writes in her language God, and then just like question mark.
She just makes up a new symbol for this
Oh
thing.
no, she's got a symbol for unknown, which
Okay.
is probably what. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
Well,
I gotta actually do that now.
well,
I'm
well, I appreciate you trying to answer the questions. Allow me to apologize. I understand that I've spent most of my life in the boonies.
Couldn't have guessed.
Really? I thought it was obvious.
Oh no.
Art kind of just like nods, takes another drink.
Oh, Oswald. You're too pure for this world.
I know.
But regardless, I'm happy to be here with you friends. I am curious, and I have a sneaking suspicion this is less to do with me living in the middle of nowhere. The talking cat thing.
hello.
How'd you learn? Not all cats talk, right?
How do most uprights learn how to talk? My mom taught me.
That's a hell of a
I mean,
response.
that's fair.
I can't argue with that.
I can't.
That's just the way it works.
I will clarify though, most cats don't talk.
Okay,
So
so
that's not a.
That's
wow. How just the wow.
Now, and first of all, it's customary to cheers.
Oh.
So tap my glass with yours.
Clink.
There we go. And now you can take a sip.
Okay, I take a big old gulp.
You're like, all right.
Does
Knack wants to join the
Okay,
glass
okay.
clinking.
Then we
Clink, clink, clink. And I take my big old drink. Gross. That is not very good at all. What is that? It tastes fermented.
It is fermented. You'll get used to it.
Knack just nods as the glass just like is emptied.
Oh, Knack,
And Art
you're
kinda-
gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
Later.
Art kind of leans in. Now, I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay.
What's a gun?
It's a turn of phrase.
What's a phrase?
Oh, God.
We'll get to
How
that.
do you turn one?
Knack explains in full detail what a gun is in his language.
Perfectly enunciated English.
Yeah, it's just like what's that language when you like it's like clicks and stuff? Morse code. It's like Morse code. Where
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. I've never met a necromancer that I didn't. You know.
May I interrupt?
Oh, no.
May I interrupt? What is a necromancer?
You are.
Oh. So charming and well dressed is a necromancer.
Not quite.
Okay.
Not
The thing
usually.
you do with dead people.
Oh, my bony boys.
Your bony boys.
My bony boys. So. Okay.
Somebody overheard you say that as they were walking by. What the fuck? And they just continue onto the table.
No. So you're not jumping the gun. This actually works out nicely. I've never. So at a young age, I read. Oh boy, did I read! You know, there's not a lot to do when you live in the middle of nowhere. And my dad. My father. He was a book. He had books, and I read them
was a
all.
book.
My father was a book. No. He had these books, and you know he wasn't around a lot. So I basically just like went to school and I read, and I found this one real interesting book that had stories of like skeletons moving around and being able to like make life come back, sort of. And you know, I thought it was a really interesting. Just a hell of a yarn that was being spun. But eventually, I feel like it was more of an instruction manual maybe than fiction, because I figured out how to do that, and then when I started doing that, people got weird, but nobody's ever. I don't understand why. Because Wick, and I put Wick's head on the table. Like he's just, you know, he's been my main cohort. You know, he's never hurt anybody, but people are so scared of him, and I don't understand why. And I had to go live in a swamp because the people in the town, they had pitchforks and torches and things, and they were yelling things, so I had to leave, and you seem troubled by this.
I'm fairly troubled by it.
But
yes.
I don't, it's just, I'm making little friends. I mean, you saw the one bony boy that I made in the dungeon, and he fought, and he helped, and he was really nice, and he, like, jangled on the wall, and that was fun. That was just so good.
It was fun.
It was so fun.
That was all right.
So, I guess, what I don't, you know, and after I had to live in the swamp, the only person that would talk to me was my mom. But still, even she...
Did she teach you how to read too?
Or
talk?
No.
You know, the things that you do with your mouth,
That
not
was-
your eyes.
That was school.
Oh.
I learned that in school before they got weird too.
What school? What's a school?
It's where they teach you. It's like so you know how you say your mom taught you how to speak? It's like that, but it's not your mom and it's in a room with lots of other kids.
Weird.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird one. It's pretty good though. It was good until they started yelling things. So, I guess that's my question. Because normally when Wick shows up, usually people have kind of left by that point, and you guys haven't. So I just don't understand. If you could explain to me the issues. Like I said, you use the term necromancer.
Yes.
Never heard. Not even in the book. Not even the book that I read that taught me the things.
Really surprised that wasn't in the book. Maybe a page or two was missing. I'm not sure about that. But I will say, and Art, at this point, I think has finished his ale, and he's just like, okay.
Yeah, and in
Greg
one...
is like leaning over, he's like...
Now listen.
He's like kind of like gesturing to you, he's like...
So...
Yeah.
Just to paint a picture...
Goes around the corner.
In one hand, I'm holding Wick's skull, and in the other hand, I've got the mug, and I've just got this like big, genuine smile on my face. I'm just so excited to be talking.
Greg comes back around with the ale. He didn't see the skull before, but he does now that it's on the table, and he's like, "All right."
Thank you, Greg. You're a champion.
And he walks back behind the bar.
Cool.
Not like especially weirded out, but like a little bit. He's like.
Don't see that every day.
At the same time, he's a bartender, and in the guild, I'm out of everybody, I'm sure he's seen the most shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. For like context, necromancy probably isn't super common, but it's like he's seen it enough that he's like every time he sees it, he's still a little bit weirded out, but it's not enough to say anything.
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Knack is holding his empty mug. And nodding and absentmindedly, like, goes to take a sip from the empty mug and notices it's empty.
Does he, like, reach it out towards Greg if he's still there? Or what? Like,
well, I was going to say,
anything?
I've drank about half my beer, and I don't really like it, so I slowly hand it over to Knack.
He takes it. He's been listening to, like, this talk and nodding the whole time. And
so just like the rattling noise.
No one can tell if he's like, if he knows what they're talking about or not.
Oh, okay.
And then he went to take a drink and it was empty.
Okay.
He has a new drink.
So all these pictures have been painted. And I'm just looking at you, waiting for you to respond.
Yeah,
Greg is now behind the bar again.
Art kind of leans forward at the table, like, steeples fingers. I just kind of like, most people who do what you do.
Mm-hmm. There's other people that do what I do?
Yes, and I don't think you want to meet them.
Oh.
Most people who do what you do are unsavory type of people. And,
unsavory how?
They're usually a lot more focused on the taking life part than the giving whatever it is that you give part. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so Oswalt looks kind of like shocked and concerned. Do people think I'm bad?
You might come across as a little bit of a murderer.
Oswalt hugs Wick's head. I would have fought the bear, but like, and I've survived in the swamp, so I've hunted, and occasionally you have people that mess with you, but like, I don't hurt people for fun. Who would do such a thing?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Most of the people who do what you do would hurt people for fun. That's a really great way of putting it, actually.
I'm shocked and appalled. Now, Art, I'm here right now at this table. I promise you, I've only used my abilities for friend creation, labor, and the fighting of robots, which, to be honest, I didn't know existed before today.
All right. Well, I mean, cheers to that. He clinks with Knack, who has taken the rest of Oswald's ale.
That ale is very quickly drained, by the way. Knack is already done. Knack is going to be
drunk as
tanked.
fuck.
Yeah.
Knack likes to party.
Knack just wants to
he's
party.
drank them all so fast that it has not
hit him.
Yeah. So in like 45 minutes, he's just gonna be blasted. Yeah.
Guys, you forgot your
like
push.
Knack is gonna be like
just stumbling bush.
Awesome.
Drops his badger. The badger's like flailing on the ground.
Badger also drunk.
I was gonna say the badger's also drunk.
Oh, weird. That's fucked up.
So Oswald's kind of sitting there now, and he looks like he's thinking, and he's got kind of like a half smile, and he's just, a lot of stuff have been kind of put in place for him,
Yeah.
Where he's like, he finally kind of understands and he's really uncomfortable with it, but he still doesn't understand what's wrong. You know, he's like, why would people assume that about me? Like, he doesn't...
Yeah.
Because he's so socially inexperienced, he doesn't understand why people
That
would...
there would be connotations attached to what he's doing.
Yeah.
When we go and talk to that man about that watch, we're just gonna not have Wick front and center. How about that?
I mean...
I am okay with that.
Wick is...
He smells of death.
Wick is a scholar and a gentleman, but if you feel like his presence will hurt the situation...
And I do.
Okay. Well, I can promise you, as much as I want to be respectful, you can also add the fact that I really need this job. I will not be... Wick will stay nice and secure on my belt.
Perfect. That's all I needed to know. And you know what? I'm glad we cleared that up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Sart's still like a little uncomfortable with this, but he, I think, can sense that Oswalt's coming from not the place you would assume a necromancer's coming from.
So like Art now knows that instead of killing people for kicks,
I mean,
Oswalt is just wildly misunderstood.
Once you've spent about 3 hours alone with Oswalt, I'm pretty sure you get the gist.
Yeah, he's pretty harmless. Well. How about you, Brix? What were you up to before our Oswalt, are you okay?
Smack. Reset.
I'm sorry. Ooh, that ale's getting to my head. What were you up to before our little get together today in Robot Paradise?
Stealing.
Fan.
Art has another drink. I'm surrounded by crooks.
Crooks and murderers.
That then bring the murdered victims back to life.
I can't believe this. God abandoned me.
Now I'm stuck with these assholes.
Fucking murderer, a thief, and an angry bush.
That's all interior monologue.
I like that Art's interior monologue is basically everyone just being like, oh my god, how am I, why am I, who do I have a choice? Jesus Christ.
Hello, darkness.
My old friend. Yeah, that's just...
just like a freeze frame on Art's face.
Slow
and
truck in, black and white.
Yeah, it fades to black and white.
I'm very good at stealing.
I would imagine you're so small and fast and nimble and smart.
Now, has anyone ever suggested that maybe...
Are you still sitting on the table, by the way?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay, just...
Has anyone ever suggested to you that maybe stealing is wrong?
Why?
Well, when you take things from other people...
Yeah, but they were mean. They were really mean.
They were mean.
Oh, no!
Art just kind of like
fucking
nods.
raccoon.
I wanted it more. No, they were so mean, and I didn't like their attitude.
Art just nods. We're not gonna do the 10 Commandments talk right now, but he could.
Well,
just nodding.
I think the behavior of note here is that now Brix, who stole, is now here working. So Brix no longer needs to steal unless they're mean.
Brix takes out a copper coin that you guys have never seen before and is just looking at it and then like puts it back in her little pouch.
Fantastic.
Art just kind of like looks and like vaguely gestures and just like, you know what? I'm not gonna touch it right now. Again, interior monologue. Just like, we'll keep that for later.
Kleptomaniac cat.
Yep.
Nymphomaniac man. Necromaniac.
I was about to be like, wait, which one of us fucks?
Are you fucking your skeletons?
No.
All
Are
right.
you sure?
100%.
No, Oswald's
He's
good.
too pure for that.
He's too pure for that. Let's not make him into that.
Skeletons cannot consent, therefore Oswalt would never.
Good.
He's a good boy.
Oswald's
He's a good boy.
Knack fucks.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah. Kellan just nods.
Well, friends, if I can pitch an idea to you, it's been a long, long day. So how about we call it quits here, get ourselves a nice
Wait, is
place.
the sun going down?
It's like late afternoon by the time you guys got back from the test dungeon.
So at this point, what? It's like early evening?
Yeah. It's a little bit, it's significantly dark in Jonstrom specifically because you're in a canyon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes from like daylight to like pitch black pretty fast.
Yes, but there's also like a whole lot of electric lighting all over the city, so it like still
Street
stays.
lamps and things like
it
that,
stays
yeah.
pretty bright. Yeah.
Neat.
So yeah, how about we all get ourselves a room and we'll get up bright and early. We can brainstorm some ideas for our sweet new gang.
Gang.
For our crew. And then bright and early, we'll get together and we'll tackle this new job, and it's just going to be the best.
We're in a gang?
I mean, maybe a gang was the wrong word.
I would say a squad.
Squad.
Party.
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 I like to party.
Me too!
Did somebody say party?
Bust the door
Fucking
open.
Kool-Aid man's
Oh my
in.
god, someone else! Finally!
And then there's just like
can't believe it!
shitty techno music coming from out of his chair.
It's been 400 years! Click.
Saul's
got-
also a DJ.
He's got
Yeah,
he's
of
got the underlights on his chair.
Yeah,
They're just like flashing
Saul
like blue and green.
invented DJing. But
Saul
no, that does
invented
not happen.
EDM. Anyway,
Saul's the fucking best. All right.
I'm Saul.
So,
I'm afraid of Saul.
I feel like we should be afraid of Saul.
Yeah, he's far too powerful.
He's actually got like really powerful magic, but he's
And he
also
uses it
old
for
and crazy.
bullshit.
Yeah, he really does.
Anyone who uses powerful magic for absolute bullshit should be feared.
Yeah, because they know exactly what to do with it to the point where they're just like, it's nothing to them.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
that's exactly what Saul is.
Yeah.
Saul is like crazy powerful. He just also does a lot of drugs every day.
I mean, to keep your body intact at 400 and some.
He's got to be doing something, right?
Yeah.
He's just taking pixies and grinding them up and like snorting them or something. Hold on, I gotta do a bump. And like it's just
That's actually why he sounds like that. Anyway,
yes.
so we're gonna get rooms for the night.
yeah.
Yes, but first, Greg is like, you do.
Yeah.
How much?
I'm just
Cents,
gonna
yeah.
put down a gold for the table.
Oh.
Brix is looking around the table to make sure no one is looking, and she's gonna try and steal the bowl that the milk came in.
Sleight of hand. So that Greg doesn't notice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's an 8, plus 11, 19.
Yeah.
Can I do?
You're just like,
can
Yeah,
I do a
basically.
spot to see if I notice?
yes, absolutely. I do have your spot, but
Oh,
since
yeah?
you're volunteering it, I guess it doesn't matter.
18.
I got a 19.
Yeah, I think Brix just like you suspect that you saw something like out of
Yeah.
the corner
You
of
saw
your
like
eye.
a blur, and then there's no bowl.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right.
Like you're pretty sure, but you didn't actually see it.
Yeah.
It's just like a wooden bowl, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. In my inventory it goes.
I just kind of like Art's eyes just linger.
So after you guys are all settled up, Brix steals the bowl. Greg is like,
She acquires a bowl.
Greg has a missing bowl. He says, if you guys are looking to stay somewhere,
If you guys see my missing bowl, it was my favorite bowl.
it was my only bowl.
The bar only has one.
I would really like it back if you find it. That's.
I'll put a posting up for it.
A treasure hunting thing. Yes, I get free money.
Just steal shit, then we'll give it back.
Oh my god, it's a perfect scam!
That's gonna.
Art did not say that.
Anyway, he says that the stairs up to the rooms are in the back, which is left of the door that you came in, and he can give you keys
Okay,
for your
cool.
rooms and shit.
Nice.
So yeah,
How much are rooms again?
since this is a guild affiliated room or inn, the rooms are free.
Hooray.
Hooray! No money. But
Pointedly asks for 2 keys and gives 1 to Oswalt because he is concerned that Oswalt's gonna be like, friends, we're all together. And he's like, no, I'm not down for this right
Greg is like, he gives you like an understanding nod and he hands you 2 keys.
Ooh.
So, and that's
And they're
for
like
your
they are
room.
labeled with the like room number, and all the doors upstairs all have the room number, whatever. So it's pretty easy to find. It's not like you have to go through a whole fucking rigmarole.
Cool.
It's just up the stairs, and there's
This
like
key is red and yours is blue. But none of the doors are red and blue. You must figure out what room you have.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da-da.
that would be hilarious and absolutely something Saul would do.
Fuck you, dude!
You must solve my puzzles 3 to get to your room. And fucking
Oh, God.
Duncan is like, we can't do this anymore. We just cannot do this.
We can't be doing this every
They're
time.
tired. They just want to go and sleep.
I decide to spend my first night in that tree. That
I was gonna say, like,
In the knack tree.
Art kind of like, do you sleep inside? What do you like? What do you do? What
Do you
like
sleep?
to do? Do you sleep? I guess technically, elves don't sleep, right? That's like
They
a
meditate.
They meditate.
They
Yeah.
meditate.
And
Yeah.
it
But you still want your own
recovers.
meditation
I still
space.
want my own space.
If
Yeah.
you
You
don't,
can't meditate if some asshole's snoring beside you.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm
Brix
not
turns to
opposed to
both, turns to Oswalt and Art, and just like big sad eyes, like,
Can I sleep in one of your rooms, maybe?
Of course, Fred.
Yeah. So you get to choose.
Also, Honey the badger from underneath his cloak is still like
trying to eat the cat.
not even that, just like is fucking restless and antsy.
Well,
The
I,
pointy
s-
kitty
I
keeps
scoop him inside and I shuffle my way to the tree that I have, and I climb the tree. I sit in the tree, covered in the ghillie suit to disguise myself, and I just pet the badger.
Who are you sharing a room with?
so, Brix weighs her options, and she's like,
I think I'm going to go in human upright's room.
Art nods,
Fantastic.
confirming his no.
I see you, cat.
Art calls the police.
Don't mean to put you on the spot there, buddy boy, but I have a question.
What's up, little boy?
What kind of tree is it?
It is an oak.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
Is that good?
Ooh,
Especially?
that's the best.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just something I'm doing for the future. So I have one home spot that I can teleport directly to the guild hall if I need to in the future when I'm
Well, if you
able to
have
cast
another
level 6 spells.
Yeah. Well, also if you have an oak tree nearby. I
Yeah.
guess.
Well,
Yeah.
the best thing about that is that the feather token that creates a tree is an oak tree, and you can only teleport between
that?
trees of the same
Yeah.
Genus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's perfect.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that I could provide this for you.
So everyone
Completely by accident.
like does their thing and goes to their own rooms. And
The badger is still like...
It's in his
But,
sleep.
yeah.
He's like kicking his little leg.
Aw,
Oh.
he's having badger dreams.
So you guys get up. You're all kind of groggy, having just woken up.
How tired is Oswalt from having to deal with Brix's zoomies all night?
Not very, actually. Oswalt
he sleeps like the dead! Anyways.
No, he mostly sleeps well because he's used to sleeping on, like, soft
rocks.
ground.
Or like bed I made.
Yeah.
Like I have my little.
So you had like a proper bed, and it was very nice and soft. So it's pretty much as soon as you laid down, you were out like a light. You were just fucking. You slept like a log. She licked one spot on Wick's skull to like polished. It's like reflective.
When I wake up and I'm in the tree, I take my fucking little gross doll out of my bag, and I take the fucking big ass robot arm that I took, and I like push it against the side of my doll, and I cast Entangle, and
Doesn't that have a 30-foot radius?
I weave parts of my fucking gross compost doll and the tree that we're on together,
And
so
everyone
that
in the
the
corner
arm
is entangled.
to see if I can affix the arm to my gross doll through plant life.
I mean, it sure is affixed to it, but it's also affixed to the tree.
I just cut it off.
All right.
It's like vastly disproportionate because like the doll is like the size of, I think the same size as you.
Oh, is it 25 pounds?
It's tiny. So it's about like a foot tall.
Oh my god,
she's small size.
I thought
You're small
the
or
gross
tiny?
doll was
Small.
Oh, okay,
doll
so
tiny.
size.
Yeah, I thought it was
it's like a foot and a half tall.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a really gross doll.
Yeah. Nasty.
That's pretty large.
And
Yuck, you nasty.
I cut the vines from the tree so that it's just a doll with a big, gigantic robot, like medium-sized creature robot arm, and I just put all that in my cloak.
All right. I mean,
Enjoy the
yeah,
graphics.
you got it. So anyways, yes, so you all hobble out of your rooms, you go downstairs. There is, as I said, a complimentary breakfast of loose granola and berries.
Wow.
Yep, on the counter, you guys grab, I assume, just like a handful and shove it into your mouths.
I have a bowl full.
You have a bowl full.
Yay.
As you're
Watching
walking,
you.
as you're walking to the subway station, you're like eating your bowl of loose granola and berries.
Picking out the berries and just leaving them behind.
It's delicious.
They're squishy.
It's nutritious. And that's really all you can ask for.
But is it magically delicious?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's all right. You know,
Okay.
it's magically all right.
It's magically all right.
It's magically
New
acceptable. Okay, so you walk past all the like shops and shit that are just outside the guild hall walls. You make your way to the subway system. You get on, you pay your 5 silver fare, and you make your way across town. Get on the subway, pay your fare. Doesn't matter.
Sounds like it's turn it into a song.
So you make a couple stops. You have to transfer once.
It's very confusing.
It's like, I mean, it's all color coordinated, so it's like whatever. But
Brix is a cat.
Oh.
you just follow. You're fine.
Okay.
You like hold on to the like Oswalt's pant leg as you're going. All right. So eventually, after all that, and after having walked a little bit from the last stop that you guys were getting off at the subway, you walk a little bit north and find the shop that was mentioned in your job form. A shop called the Frame Game. What's up? Thanks for listening. Really hope you enjoyed what you heard. And if you did like it, you can check us out on Twitter at Killustrators. There we'll be posting a bunch of art and stuff, and you can also find the links to all the cast members. So that's fun. You can also follow us on Spotify and iTunes, I guess. If you can, it'd be great if you could leave us a review on iTunes, actually. That's fantastic. And tell your friends if they like nerdy shit and artists and really terrible
terrible jokes, then yeah, just be like,
Hey man, I found this really boss podcast. These dorks just reference vines all day. Give them a listen, it's pretty fucking tight, yo.
hopefully you don't actually sound like that. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Oh yeah, also, if this is on, if you're on the YouTubes and you're listening to this, well, just drop us a comment and like the video, and subscribing would be cool. All the music in the episode is from Incompetech by Kevin MacLeod. It's pretty good. Royalty free, tight. Thanks, Kev. Yo. Tune in 2 weeks for the next episode. We do bi-weekly, if you couldn't tell, on iTunes and Spotify. It's on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, and on the YouTubes, it's every other Friday. So, yeah, thanks for sticking around and listening to me ramble for a bit, and don't forget that I love you. You know who you are.